Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
I feel like it's been at least 3 weeks since I've seen you.
I know. I was just telling Josh before we got in, I was like, it's only been 2 weeks since I've done the podcast, but I feel like it's been forever.
Yeah. And like we chat, but I feel like I haven't seen you or talked to you in forever.
I know. Too long.
So weird. Welcome back, everyone, to Going Beyond the Castle. Lori and I are reunited after having... let's see. We had a week off. I went on vacation. I think we took that week off. Then we got back. Gabby and I did our trip report, and now we're doing Lori's trip report, and I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, fun times.
Yeah, absolutely. Lori went on the Carnival Mardi Gras with her familia, so we will jump into that a bit later. First and foremost, as always, thank you guys for joining us every week. Whether you're listening to this podcast on Tuesday or watching us live on YouTube and Facebook every Thursday evening at 7:30, we appreciate you all immensely. And by you all, I mean like 3 or 4 of you. You guys are the best.
Yes. Our fan club.
Yeah, we'll be there one day. Don't you worry about it. If this is your first time, welcome. We are Going Beyond the Castle, where we cover everything travel. I'm a big Disney nerd. Lori's a big everything, including Disney nerd when it comes to travel. She's also our resident travel expert. She is a travel planner, and you can find her at
Lori T at mousecounselors.com.
That's the place. I'm gonna write it down and like post it to my laptop screen. So
it's okay.
Don't keep.
I don't mind saying it.
We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Any social media, you could probably search Going Beyond the Castle, and you will find us there. We have a website, goingbeyondthecastle.com, and I think that's it. I think that's all the places that you can find us. That's everything about us. Yeah, Lori, how's your week?
Good. It's we have had some crazy weather here.
So have we.
The last night, like tornado. Thankfully not in my direct area, but within 20 minutes of me, like in New Orleans, they had a tornado today. And then actually really close to where Olivia's going to go to college, they had a pretty bad tornado there too overnight. So I've been up since about 4:00 this morning because Olivia was actually supposed to drive there this morning to go for camp. And so she was going to have to leave at 5:30 in the morning in the midst of all of it. So
oh my gosh,
kind of stressed
did
me
she
out
end
a
up
little bit.
leaving?
No, she texted the coach and she was like, because it was leaving their area, but she would have had to drive through the bad weather. And with the tornadoes and stuff, they told her just to stay home.
Good.
So, yeah.
Good.
But it's still ruined my sleep.
Oh, of course, yeah. And then you can't go back to sleep after it because you're worried about literally everything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that. That sucks. Yeah, we've also had like really awful weather the last few days. Today was nice, but like yesterday, everyone in like downtown Indianapolis, they closed down a bunch of businesses so people could get home for the storm.
Oh, wow.
And like all this stuff that really ended up being that bad. I mean, we got some, loud thunder, a little lightning, and probably some wind, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. And I mean, I know other places in Indiana were highly affected by it. So, I'm thankful for everything that happened, and, everyone's in our thoughts and prayers, but still scary.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just that time of year. So
Rob is asking questions.
Oh my God. Lori,
he wants to know about the elegant night.
Yeah. How was your elegant dinner?
Well, guess what? You're going to have to stay on and listen, and then I'll tell you.
Oh,
yeah.
You
can't hang up
there. Rob's been in Florida all week. He's still there right now.
Oh, fun.
Which means my days have been peaceful. Rob Rob, why don't you tell everyone about your elegant dinner at Subway last night? I'll have to, I'll send you the deets later, Lori.
Okay.
All right. Let's jump into some news. There's big news this week, big controversial news. So let's just, he said it's hot AF in Florida. Yeah, dude, it's like 105.
I know.
Big controversial news this week coming out of Walt Disney World. We kind of saw them pilot the bus restrictions over, was it Easter or spring break where they piloted it? They restricted all the
spring
buses
break, I think, yeah.
Yeah, to resort guests only, and it kind of went away. But lo and behold, it was a practice exercise because the restrictions have become permanent. Starting June 28th.
June 28th. Yeah, I was about to say July 28th, but June. Yep.
Starting June 28th, you can only use a Disney Springs bus if you have a Disney Resort reservation, if you have a dining reservation or experience reservation.
At that specific resort.
No, you can use if you have a dining reservation for the specific resort, yes. But if you have a Disney Resort stay, you can go anywhere.
Are you sure?
Yes. I've read like 3 articles today to confirm it.
Oh, okay. Because one of the travel groups that I'm in, they were, which I didn't research it. I've been playing catch up. We're under the impression that it was, you could only go to the resort that you were staying at. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to read straight from the article just so I say it correctly. If you have a resort hotel reservation, you can use any Disney Springs bus to any resort hotel. You can board the bus bound for Contemporary if you're staying at Art of Animation. Resort hopping for resort guests is not impacted by the upcoming bus restrictions. Any guest with a valid Disney Resort reservation can board the Sagula River Cruise from Disney Springs. Guests staying Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin and Shades of Green get the same transportation access as any Disney World Resort hotel guest.
Got it.
So that was from blogmickey.com, which, as I've said several times before, that's my source for news.
I'm about to send you a screenshot of something that just flashed across my screen.
It's flashed across my screen too, and I hit cancel.
Okay. Well, mine only gives me the option to chat with support or learn more. That's the only options I have. Oh, wait, I can exit. Fun. There's an X in the corner.
Yeah, I just exit out of it. Yeah, it said like the browser didn't support recording or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
So yeah. No, you're okay, because I was literally just dealing with the same thing. If you're a resort hotel guest, you're good. You can proceed as you normally would, which, to Lori's credit, has been speculated all week, but it sounds like they just released some details today that kind of cleared that up.
Sweet.
Resort hopping without a hotel reservation. No hotel reservation does not necessarily mean no resort hopping. You will not be able to board a Disney Springs bus without a valid reservation or boat. But the theme park transportation hubs remain wide open. So basically this article is saying go to a theme park and jump on a bus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's... Well, I was going to say, and I'm sure it's because people are parking at Disney Springs and then leaving their vehicles there for free. It's probably what it is.
Exactly, yeah. But if you have a hotel reservation, there's only a 2-hour window that you can use the bus transportation. So, like, if I have, a reservation at Old Key West at 6:00, well, I can only start my window. I can only start heading that way at 4:00 with a Disney Springs bus.
Wow. Okay.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I also don't know if, like, say I have a reservation for the Polynesian at 6:00. Am I allowed to get on like a contemporary bus at 4:00? Like, can I resort hop anywhere at 4:00? Or do I have to go to
contemporary then?
Yeah.
Oh, the Poly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good question.
So I don't know.
We'll find out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And what was the other one? There was another one, wasn't there? No, I think that was it. So yeah, it starts June 28th. I had written some things down here. You have to scan your Magic Band or your tickets via your phone or show valid reservations. And applies to ferry transportation. And you can utilize your theme parks if you want to. I mean, no one wants to pay for theme park parking just to resort hop, but some of us don't mind doing it. So I will not judge either way.
Same.
Yep. Also, new at Satuli Canteen. Lori, I think you're a big fan of the cheeseburger pods. I had some myself a week and a half ago.
I was going to say, I don't know that I've had them. Olivia has.
Oh, they're so good.
But, really?
Yeah. Yeah, we really... when we did the dining plan, when we were there, so I really tried to make the most of my dining credits. Like, Gabby is just like a standard theme park fare girly, like just wants pizza, chicken, those kinds of things. Yeah. We're at Animal Kingdom, and I was like, no, I'm not wasting my dining credit. I am going to get my cheeseburger pods here.
There you go.
So we tried to be very intentional about using our credits. But anyways, alongside the cheeseburger pods, they now have spicy pork roll pods at Satuli Canteen. They're like purple or black. Like they're not the regular like colored bun, which is odd. Huh. They've got pork. They've got bell peppers, scallions. There's another spicy thing, chili garlic sauce, and something else.
Sounds like a stomach ache.
Bamboo shoots. Yeah. And the article I was reading said that they weren't very good. It just seems like they threw a bunch of stuff together to make it sound good.
Doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my cheeseburger pods.
There you go.
Epic Universe is getting fireworks. That's super exciting.
Yes, it's perfect timing too. Well, my client, I just have a client that I'm working with. It's my favorite client. I love this guy. I have talked to you about him before. He does the very extravagant trips. He's doing a cruise. No.
Different one.
Not that guy. No, he's not my favorite guy. He has a cruise booked for October of this year, Royal Caribbean, but next year for his wife's 40th birthday, I think, he's doing like another huge trip. And he's going to stay at Helios. And he was asking me, does Epic Universe have fireworks? And I'm like, I'm glad you asked, because they don't right now, but they will start very, very soon. And so he's probably going to book club level park view so he can see the fireworks. So very glad that they came out with that information. So I don't try to upsell my clients, but he's very bougie. So like, and I shouldn't say bougie. He likes the finer things. Yeah. So
he gets what he pays
worked
for.
out. Yeah, exactly.
I saw an interesting little tidbit about these. I'm trying to find it real quick. 600 synchronized light fixtures, which to me is drones, 600 drones. Maybe, or is it like 600 like light fixtures around the parks? Or both, I suppose.
Maybe so. Yeah, because the fountains are incorporated in that as well.
Yeah, because it's 600 synchronized light fixtures and more than 350 fountains across Celestial Park.
Wow.
Yeah. Really cool. Really excited to see that. Starts July 7th. So
after the 4th.
Yeah, of course. That'd be cool if they could debut it on the 4th, but I get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, really looking forward to that. And it's called Celestial Goodnight. Celestial Goodnight is the name of the fireworks.
Sorry, I just had a hiccup.
It's okay. Like, what?
I was like, is it going to keep happening? It was just one, so we're good.
Yeah. A new baby giraffe was born at Animal Kingdom.
Oh my gosh, I love the baby giraffes. They're my favorite. Cute. Yeah.
We saw like younger giraffes when we were there. It feels weird to say last week, but it was literally just last week.
Yeah.
But we didn't see the baby. She's so cute.
Yeah.
Her name is Ivy. Her mom is Willow. She already weighs 300 pounds and stands 7.5 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah, wild. But seems like they have a young group of giraffes out at Animal Kingdom right now, so that's super cool. Last bit of, I don't know if it's really news, but have you seen all the stuff coming out of Universal Kids Resort in Texas?
Like, as far as...
Like, photos and videos?
Mm-mm.
Oh, my goodness. It doesn't give theme park at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know when we just started being able to book it. Like, I don't know when... I've been so far behind trying to catch up from being out for last week.
Yeah.
That I haven't really looked at it. But I'm curious now. I'm going to go check it out.
I put a link in there so you can look at it afterwards, but I don't want to say it, but it just looks like a glorified state fair.
Really?
I think the rides do.
No, I gotta go look.
Pretty cool. I knew you'd do it. They have some pretty cool, like, fast food options. Not fast food, like quick service options, if you will. But yeah, there's not really much to it. So I'll be interested to see kind of what comes of it.
It kind of gives, just looking at the hotel and the, like SpongeBob and stuff, it almost gives like the Nickelodeon vibe. Like, you know how they used to have those,
the Nickelodeon
like
Hotel.
Pool, but I haven't gotten to. I was like, wait, that's not a ride. I don't know. Does it? It's the orange thing. Does it just kind of go like this?
I think so. Yeah.
SpongeBob Bikini Bottom thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It does kind of. I mean.
It's kids, so like
I was gonna say it's probably because no matter even adding Epic Universe, I don't think Universal is for small kids.
And they were trying to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is probably their, like we'll give because there's a little coaster. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I feel like I agree with you. And I feel like that was their take on it, was more of to attract the smaller kids.
Yeah. Someone made the comment on Twitter that it's like Six Flags level, and I agree with that. Like it's giving like a Six Flags Cedar Point kind of situation.
Yeah. Which, I mean, when I was younger, I loved Six Flags. We used to go, my uncle lives in the Houston area, so we used to go every summer. My grandma would take me and my brother. And so nothing wrong with Six Flags. It's just, I guess when you think of Universal, like it's just not on the same scale.
Exactly.
As that.
But. Yeah, it's almost like you expect more fanfare for it. But it is kids, and maybe this is just like starting from the bottom, and as they get more revenue and more visitors, maybe they can expand upon the things that they've laid the groundwork for. So we'll see what comes of it.
I'm watching Callie in the background.
Yeah, I was just petting her, and when I stop, she acts like she's never been pet before. Katie said one of the rhinos on the safari has their vision back. I feel like I watched an episode of something on that somewhere, I'm sure. But I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know that one lost their vision. So
yeah, I want to say it was Dugan, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Anyways, Laura, you went on a cruise last week. Do you want to give us a couple details on that before we get into all of the specifics?
I did. It was a very similar situation where I build up all of these things like, oh, we're going to do that. Well, okay. So to be fair, I did say like, we really needed to relax. Like my minor health issues, Josh has been having some health issues. It was like, take advantage of it being like a vacation where we're not go, like a Disney vacation. Although if you ask Josh and then you ask me, we were talking about it the other day and he feels completely opposite of how I feel, but it's probably because he's having more health issues than I'm having. And he was just having some uncomfortable moments.
Yeah,
but it really was like, we didn't do a lot of the things that we said we were going to do, but I also feel like that was probably good decisions. Like it was just a really good trip. Like somebody at work yesterday at my full-time job was like, you look like your bubbly self again. I'm like, I literally just reset. Like I took the opportunity to reset. And so it was good. It was a good trip.
Yeah. And what was the purpose of the trip? Like what's the big overarching theme here?
The overarching theme was that it was Olivia's high school graduation senior trip. However, Olivia spent all of her time with Josh and I, and we spent little time with anyone from her class.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. When you told me this was happening, I was like, oh yeah, it's just a couple people. No, it was, I literally
was a lot
looking
of
at the photo. It's like 20 kids.
And that wasn't even all of them. Some of them didn't come on that excursion. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it wasn't all of them there, but yeah, it was a lot of people.
Wow. Yeah. The food
fun times.
Looks good. I was going to post a picture of your feet, but I'm not giving away feet pics for free here. So
yeah. Venmo me at, if you get the feet pictures.
Tag the Venmo.
Yeah. I forgot what. I still have more pictures to update. I was doing really good updating kind of the day after, and then I slacked a little bit until like now I'm like, I need to go in and upload all the pictures.
Yeah.
So fun stuff.
I was finding a couple to show during this.
Yeah.
So you sailed on the Mardi Gras.
We sailed on the Carnival Mardi Gras. This was our first time sailing out of a different port. Because again, we're from New Orleans. There's a port here. So all of the cruises that we've done, with the exception of the Virgin Voyages cruise, which was out of Miami, we always sail out of New Orleans. I can safely say I will never sail out of New Orleans again after doing this.
Really?
Unless they bring some of the bigger ships this way to New Orleans, then maybe I would. Not that it was bad. I mean, we did Braden's senior cruise on the Carnival. I don't know if it was the Glory or the Valor, maybe, out of New Orleans, and it was a great trip. But this experience was just different because the larger class, I think it's the elite class, there's so much more to do on the ships itself than they have as far as like dining wise. The food was much better.
Gotcha. That ship that's next to the Mardi Gras, is that also a Carnival ship?
Yes.
What ship is that?
I can't remember what. There was one day we were next to, or maybe every day we were next to this. One day we were next to the Celebrity. Yes, one day we were next to the Conquest, and I think we were also next to the Vista in one port.
Gotcha.
So, the Conquest is the very first cruise boat that I ever went on, and then also the first cruise that Josh and I went on together. And that was when I was pregnant for Braden. So, and he's 21. So that tells you how old that ship is.
It looks so small.
It does compared to what's crazy, when we were pulling into the port, it wasn't the Icon of the Sea. It was a different, maybe, and it was so much bigger than the Mardi Gras. I was like, gosh, that ship is massive. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I'm literally looking up like the Conquest here, and there's stuff to do, but I would imagine it's nowhere near the Mardi Gras for sure.
Yeah, no, the Mardi Gras was definitely a different experience.
Yeah. How big was the Mardi Gras?
I don't even know. It's huge. Like there's 19 decks. So the coaster that we did was on the 19th deck. So that's how tall it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
It has 15 decks, can accommodate 6,619 guests at full capacity.
Yeah, I guess 15 goes up to, because like 16 was the Lido deck, which is outside where the pool and stuff is, and then 17 is like there's more food things. 18 was a Serenity deck, which is the adults only, and then 19 is where they had the coaster outside, the water park, things like that. I guess 15 goes up to staterooms, maybe.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
day one, you got on a plane, flew to Orlando, stayed the night in
We
the port?
yes, close to the port. We stayed at, gosh, I knew I was going to forget something. Hilton Cocoa Beach, oceanfront is where we stayed.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And again, trying to, experience things that I have clients do that I haven't done before. And so it wasn't that far down from the actual port. It was maybe about a 10-minute drive down the street where the port is. Mm-hmm. So there were other hotels that were closer. We specifically picked that one originally because we were like, oh, it's on the beach. Like we can go and start and have a beach day. However, not one of us went to the beach. We were
probably tired.
We were tired from the travel. And so when we got there, we were starving. So we had lunch and they had like a little outside bar restaurant type thing. That it wasn't, because we couldn't like use our Hilton points to eat there, but it was included, in the hotel. And the food was really good. Like we were actually really surprised. That was the nachos that I sent y'all that I said, the tuna nachos. I was like, these aren't from Yak and Yeti, but it's still really good.
But I'll take it.
Yeah, so the food was really good. So we ended up eating dinner, which Josh and I weren't really that hungry from lunch. So Olivia, I think for dinner, they had a live one-man band outside. So we went and listened to him play music and like just snacked on like some appetizers for dinner because we were still kind of full for lunch because we were so hungry. Like Josh ordered a hamburger. We ordered a hamburger, a chicken sandwich, and the nachos. And we were going to split all of it, but it was so much food. Like we probably could have did with just picking 2 instead of 3. But it was good. So we spent the night there. That way we would be, because it's about an hour drive, not necessarily, maybe about 40 minutes or so from the airport to the port.
I'm trying to find, we ate at like this tiki restaurant in Cocoa Beach.
Was it at a hotel?
No, I think it's right here. It's called Dirty Birds. It was so good. We did like a split Disney beach stay with Gabby's parents a couple years ago, and when we got to the beach, we met up with one of my friends who I used to work with, and we went to the tiki bar, and it was really good. But anyways,
gotcha.
Continue.
Yeah.
So you spent the night at the hotel, then you got to the port at what time?
Our time that I selected was I think 12 to 12:30. And
was
so
there a strategy
I did
as to why?
Yeah, and it really kind of backfired. So I didn't want to go like super early because I'm like, you're just going to get on the boat and then go find something to eat and wait for your room to be open. So I was like, we'll go later. I really should have did a little bit later, or I don't know. We had one other family that left. They left the hotel like maybe 10 or 15 minutes before us. We had the same time, but they did an Uber. I did a shuttle that I paid for in advance that comes and picks you up. But the shuttle gives you like a window. So they got picked up before us and they got through the line a lot quicker than we did. So when we got there, but it really didn't take us that long. Like, I think from the time we arrived at the port till we got on the ship was maybe an hour.
That's not bad. So
it's not that bad at all. The whole getting on and off the ship was also a different experience. Like I don't know if, because I mean, the last time I cruised was for Braden's senior cruise was a few years ago, but that time I had a suite. So if you have a suite, you get like, you can go anytime you want. But times before that, I just remember, oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to turn my fan on. Times before that, I remember like going and having to sit in this like waiting room forever before you can get on. They don't really do that anymore. At least we didn't in Orlando. And then getting off the ship. So we had a flight to pick us up. The flight was for $12.50. Because I didn't know. I was like, you don't ever want to book anything too early, just in case if you're late getting into the port or whatever. And so I booked a Way We Go to pick us up. I used them for everything. And they were picking us up at 8:30. So at 7 o'clock, we could, they announced that we could start getting off the ship. So we're thinking we're going to have to go through customs and Like we literally were off, like we literally just walked off the ship. Like, so we sat outside for about an hour waiting, for the van to pick us up, which wasn't bad. Again, we would have had to sit inside or outside, and it wasn't hot at that point. But all of us were like, wait, what happened to like going through customs, where they check in, you have to declare things, and it's all facial recognition. Like I didn't even have to show my passport getting off the ship or anything. So the whole experience was different and very smooth. But I did hear that Port Canaveral is good for that. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad it was easier than you were ever used to, I suppose.
Right. Yeah. I was like, next time I know, we can either get the transportation a little bit earlier or we just hang out a little bit more and then get off a little bit later. I mean, they want you out of the room as soon as possible anyway, so it was good for them. But
man,
yeah.
Speaking of our checkout day at All Star Sports, I think I set an alarm for like 9:30, and at 9, facilities is knocking on the door.
Really? You have till 11?
Yeah, they're knocking on the door. You can hear her like tapping her card to unlock the door at the same time. Like knock room service, tap, 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 jiggle the handle. And I'm like, bro, are you serious right now? And I open the door and I just go, we're good. But it is impressive. Yeah,
I mean, that's why we always, people always talk about, oh, security came in on me, came in the room they have the little latch.
Yeah, we had that
like
closed.
If you close that, then they can't bust through. Because, I mean, like, what if you just got out of the shower and you weren't dressed?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be my luck.
Yeah, so it was an experience. Like, if we knew we were going to be in the room later, we'd put, like, the room occupied thing on there if we were going to, like, sleep in or stay in the room all morning. But it was only 9 o'clock.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah, craziness. Anyway.
So how are the crowds? I know, embarkation, debarkation were pretty silent, but was it busy?
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, there was a lot of people getting on the ship. Like all of the lines were full, but it went really quick and it was kind of smooth. So it didn't seem bad. There's 6,000 people on the ship. Because it was pretty full. It never felt really crowded to me, ever. I guess it's because it's so massive. I mean, of course, now when you get by the pool area, when they're doing, like the dance parties and things like that, it's a little bit more crowded. But like, I never felt at all like the ship was a lot of people. Like it never felt like, oh my gosh, I need to, get away from some of these folks or whatever.
That's good.
I guess the size of it, just makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of people on like the Serenity deck then? If there weren't, I mean, if it's adults only, I have a feeling, you didn't really feel anything there either.
No. And so, of course, we couldn't. So you have to be 21. So Olivia couldn't go with us, but there was a couple of times that Josh and I don't even know where Olivia, I think, because she had to still do her exercising for cheer. Like she had to run. So there was a couple of times, most of the time Josh went with her. I can't remember why she wasn't with us. And we went up there and just kind of sat in a chair. And there was always, the problem is that Josh doesn't like to sit in the sun because he burns.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like trying to find a spot. I was looking for sun, so we couldn't find a spot where we kind of had both. Yeah. So it was either you had to sit in the sun or you had to sit in the shade. But yeah, you could always find a spot. Like we never walked around was like, it might not have been a spot we wanted, but there was always chairs available.
Yeah. Was it cold when you were in the shade or was it pretty warm?
No, so it was warm.
Oh,
yeah.
You don't seem happy about that.
Well, one thing I can say about the ship is it was hot. And of course, I know I'm having my hot flashes at the moment, so maybe it was a little bit magnified, but everybody was hot. Like, it didn't matter. Like, when you were eating in the dining area, and you could tell, like, whatever side the sun was on was worse. So we tried to go to the other side. But I was like then there was a couple of times where I'm like, oh gosh, I actually feel cool right now. But it it was not often. Like I just felt hot. I had to ask the room steward to get me a fan so I could sleep in the room because I was dying.
Gosh.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I've never experienced, because it's probably later on, but I bring very specific outfits to wear because typically I'm going to go eat in the dining room. And so I'll have dresses for a couple of nights. And then I brought, like some pantsuits. I couldn't wear the pants. I was like, and I'll talk about it. Yes. I was like, if I put pants on, I'm going to die. So we kind of pivoted some of our dining, and I'll talk about that when we get to the dining section.
Yeah.
A lot of it was mainly around a couple of things, but one of the things was because of the clothes that I was going to wear. I was like, I can't wear pants. I will die. It was hot. So
all right, well, let's wrap this section up so we can get to it. Tell us about your room.
Yes. So the room was good. Again, so the last cruise we did, we had a suite, and that was only randomly Braden, who was just 18, had never gambled in a casino, got a casino rate. So when we did I think it's because he was linked with my parents and maybe some kind of way got it. So we got a suite for the same price that my in-laws paid for a balcony cabin for 2. And there was 4 of us. And so it's bigger. The bathroom is bigger. The whole space is bigger. So since it was 3 of us, I just booked a regular balcony room. And I was like, gosh, I forgot how small the bathrooms are. Like we had a couple of dads that were with us that were big, and they were like, yeah, we can't even turn around in the shower because it's like a little square. But for the 3 of us, it was fine. Like there was one, we actually kept our beds separate. So you have twin beds that they'll put together. But I know I toss and turn all night because of my hot flashes. So I was like, just keep them separate so that way I don't disturb Josh. And then Olivia had like a fold out bed. Yeah. So it was kind of tight, but it was nice. We had a balcony. It was fine.
Yeah. Nice. Well, good.
Yeah.
Got to enjoy some of the ocean and some coffee.
Yeah. If I would have known how much time we were going to spend in the room, I maybe would have splurged a little bit more. But it was fine.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's move on to dining then. You gave us a little sneak peek. So tell us everything.
Yeah. So, and I think I have this too, and later in things I would do differently, but it may come out now. So anyway, so with dining, you pick, so back in the day, it was like you had early dining or you had late dining. It was like the 5 o'clock-ish dining or 8 o'clock dining. And I always do early dining because I'm like, we're not going to want to eat at 8 o'clock at night, which most of the time on the ship we did. But they have what they call now is anytime dining. And so that's where, so if you have the specific dining, you go to the same dining room every night, you sit at the same table at that time. If you do anytime dining, then you have to check in on the app and they'll tell you when a table is ready. And that's when you'll go. And it will be different tables every night. So the one family that we were hanging out with the most, they actually had anytime dining. So after the first night, we just went into the dining room. But the second night, we changed our dining to anytime dining so that way we could eat. Because they have, on the Mardi Gras, they have other restaurants. So they have a guy's Pig and Anchor, which is a barbecue place. They have an Italian restaurant. And then they have another one called Chibang, which is a Mexican and Chinese, which I thought was odd. At first, we kind of put it off, but we did it on the last night. It ended up being one of the better ones.
Nice.
So you can eat at any one of those one time for free. And then if you want to go again, it's like $8 a person if you liked it and you want to do it again. So we've always on every cruise have eaten in the main dining room. I've ever because it's the main dining room or the buffet, and the buffet's not that great, even though the food they have in the buffet is almost exactly the same of what's in the dining room, but it's just not as fresh, I guess. I don't know. So we only ate in the main dining room twice. We ate there on the very first night because that's a casual night. So whatever you wear on the ship, you can go in the dining room. You don't have to change. And then we only did one of the elegant nights. They had 2 on there. But we only did one, and which was the second one when they had the lobster, which was kind of a little frustrating because when we were looking at the menu, it was like, I was like, I want to do that night because it's surf and turf. You get the steak and lobster. Well, the day before the menu changed and it was just lobster, which was still good because that's what we wanted anyway. We eat steak all the time. But yeah, so the first Elegant night, the friends that we were hanging out with, the one family, it was their 24th wedding anniversary. And so they were going to eat at the Italian restaurant. So we went and ate with them. So we still dressed up like it was Elegant night, but we just ate in the Italian restaurant instead. Really good. Like the 3 restaurants that we ate at outside of the main dining room were so much better.
What did you get at the Italian restaurant?
I got chicken parmesan.
Oh, nice. It's Gab's favorite.
So, yeah. Well, so, and also you still get to pick an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. So, I forgot. Oh, I got like a minestrone soup. And then I got the chicken parm. The only thing is like when it came, it was literally just the chicken. Like there was no pasta or anything with it. Yeah, but it was a really big piece of chicken. But you had the appetizer and then we got dessert. So I was full. I didn't really need anything more than that. Yeah. The one thing I did, so when we ate at Guy's Pig and Anchor, I paid a $10 upgrade to get the barbecue ribs. Because one of the kids at Olivia's daycare, the mom was like, and I know her, she's like, make sure y'all try the ribs. So I was like, I have to try the ribs. They were really good, but it was a lot. It was a half a rack of ribs, but they were like huge. So I ate maybe half of it. And Josh ate some of the rest of it. But the mac and cheese that came with that was really good. And then I had baked beans. The baked beans were okay. It almost tasted, so like when I think of baked beans at a barbecue, I like them maybe a little bit sweeter, but these were almost kind of more like red beans or like a chili. I mean, they were still good.
Right. Just not what you were expecting.
Just not what I was expecting.
Yeah. I'm looking at the menu for the Italian restaurant right now, and it all looks so good.
Yes, it was really good. I've got, I don't even remember. Olivia she ordered chicken fettuccine, which wasn't really on the menu, but they gave it to her. And I don't remember what Josh got.
Chicken Alfredo is like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Chicken and shrimp Alfredo are my jam.
Her too. That's
the best.
That's her thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at Shebang, so it was funny because it was the last night, and Olivia's friends so it's one of Olivia's friends that she was a senior. She was also a cheerleader. She also goes to church with Olivia. So her and I hang out, we're hanging out, and she's got 2 older sisters. And it was funny because we were at the table, and her oldest sister, she kept asking away. She was like, okay, I can get anything and it's not a charge, right? I don't know why she was so worried about, but they were like, no. So like the 4 adults sat on one side of the table and all the girls sat on the other side. And they actually, so Ava, her friend, met 2 girls on the ship that were graduated as well. And so they actually came to dinner with us that night. I think they each ordered 2 appetizers from the Chinese menu and the Mexican menu. And they ordered entrees from both menus. But then like one dessert. They had so much food on their side of the table.
They're hungry.
Yeah. But the guy told him, it's like, it was very small portions. So he's like, order whatever you want. So as long as, like, I think if you order 3 appetizers, if you order 3 entrees, they will maybe charge you a $5 upcharge for the 3rd one. So basically you can get 2 of everything if you wanted to.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It was really good. The only thing that was disappointing about not eating in the main dining room every night was that I didn't get the chocolate melting cake every night. But I did get it twice. So, yeah. Which is, I don't know, it's really good. That's like my favorite thing on the ship. We did eat at the buffet a couple times, which both times we regretted it. It's not that great. Although we did like the salad bar. So me and Olivia like pretty much got a salad. Like a couple of times when we didn't know how long our reservation was going to take and we were hungry, we'd go eat a salad before we go eat dinner. So it was good, of course. And then the Guy's Burger joint, it's the smash burgers. They are so good. So we ate a couple of smash burgers for lunch. Guy's Pig and Anchor also, has like a little barbecue buffet. It was outside in the back of the ship. That you can, like, they don't have the ribs, but they had pretty much everything else. So it was like pulled pork. They had sausage, some beef brisket. They had the yummy mac and cheese, the beans. They had coleslaw and bread. So we ate that one day for lunch. I think that's pretty much it as far as dining goes. Breakfast, Josh and I would get up every morning. Josh and I would get up every morning and go have breakfast, get us some coffee, and then Princess Olivia got breakfast in bed every day.
Of course.
So I would bring her breakfast back to the cabin so she didn't have to get up.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. But yeah, the food was really good, with the exception of some of the things that we ate in the buffet, which is to be expected.
Yeah. What was your favorite, do you think?
My favorite? Gosh. I feel like I'm going to have to pick the chicken parmesan. It was really good.
Okay.
I mean, like the ribs were good too, but I don't know. The chicken parm was good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry, so thanks for that. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, your tummies are full. Now we are at the port and we're getting off. And what are we doing?
Yeah, so we kind of pivoted a little bit of what we were going to do beforehand, but the first day, so we got on the ship on Saturday. Sunday was Celebration Key, which is Carnival's private island. We had not planned to do an excursion. We'll just get off there. It's in the Bahamas. We'll just get off and go like hang out at the beach, which we did. However, in the far distance, we could see the dark clouds and it looked like it was coming our way.
Yeah.
So we literally stayed off the boat for like 2 hours and then went right back on. And it never did really rain, I think, until we left maybe. And there was some rain. But unless it was a different day, I don't remember. It only rained once on us. But yeah, it was crazy. It's so funny because the whole time because I was like, Olivia, you sure you're fine? Because, she was hanging out with us more than friends.
Right.
But like, she's like, I really could go back to the ship. And I'm like, well, let's go because we don't want to get stuck, trying to get back in the rain. So we just got back on the ship, went and ate lunch, and then just kind of hung out in the room. So it was really kind of it wasn't much to do. I mean, it was, the water was very pretty. It was crystal clear water. So had the clouds not been there, maybe we would have hung out a little bit longer. But that was it. Then the next day we were in Nassau. This is where we were going to do something with the pigs, even though I didn't want to. And thankfully we changed it to the mini speedboats.
Didn't want to swim in pig poop?
No, I did not. And I did hear from the people who went, like, yes, they were pooping in the water. They were like, they would hurry up and scoop it up. I'm like, but it's still
in the water.
So I was like, no, thank you. So the one that we did a little mini speedboats. And so Olivia's friend, her family didn't book it, but they booked her to come with us. So it was the 4 of us. Because on the pictures, it's like, yeah, you could fit 4 in the boat.
Yeah.
So we take a bus. It's not that far to where we have to go. And so like we pull up in the bus and it's like, it almost looked like we were pulling up to a junkyard. There was just like
terrifying
cars and van, like just, I was like, what is happening?
Sketchy.
So yeah. So we get out and we go to the speedboats. And so they're like, oh, it's only 2 in a boat. So I'm like, crap, how are we going to do this? So initially it was going to be me and Ava and Josh and Olivia. But then the guy was like, well, if they're 18, they can drive. And so Ava was like, I'll drive. So Ava and Olivia were going to go and Josh and I were going to go. So we're in the boat and then, yes, there we go. That's Ava. We were in the boat, me and Josh were, and then we see Olivia and Ava like going to get in the boat with someone else. And I'm like, what is happening? And they didn't have enough boats. So Olivia ended up jumping in with us. And then Ava was in a boat with one of the tour guys. And so I was like, Ava, do you want me to come with you? And she's like, no, I'm fine. And so anyway, so we go, there we are. So we go on the speedboats, Olivia and I are having a meltdown because it's like, I'm like, oh my God, the thing is going to flip over. Josh wasn't feeling well and he's having to drive the stupid speedboat. And so he's like, then he's tensing up because, he hasn't driven a speedboat and, since he was younger, I guess, I don't know. So it was a little frustrating not frustrating. It was a little scary. We were scared. I was like, we're going to fall out into the shark water. So then the excursion says we'll get to, and I just realized how long we're talking, so I'm going to speed it up.
No, you're fine.
When we get to the island, it was like a private island we were going to go to for 30 minutes. And it was like, there's, beach chairs and umbrellas for everyone. Everybody gets a Bahama Mama, all of this. So we're like rolling up and I'm like, we've seen a couple I was like, is that the beach? And then we're like, no, that's not it. We keep going. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the beach. So it's like, I should have took a picture of this to show you. It was like, I probably have a picture somewhere. They had like maybe 3 beach chairs. 3 beach umbrellas. There was like, just like little chairs that you sit in. Not like, I'm thinking it's like lounge chairs where you can lounge out at the beach. And then they had this little hut and it was like a shot of rum with lemonade. I'm like, this is not a Bahama Mama.
That's so gross.
Yes. So we were like, actually, so one of the guys in front of us, it was a couple, and he was asking like, can you get more than one if you wanted? And I don't know what they told him, but I was like, sir, if you want them, I was like, we're not drinking them. I'll get them and I'll give you mine.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got that for, I gave it to him. So we just kind of were like in the water. Can you see the pig in there? So
yeah,
as we like, people started like, oh my God, there's pigs. So the pigs were huge. They never came out. That like they did come out and walk a little along the edge, like of where the trees were, but they didn't like come close to us or anything. But yeah, it was very sketchy. And then we got back in a speedboat. The ride back was a little bit better, like I guess because we were more comfortable. But it was fun. The speedboat was fun. The beach was sketch.
Olivia is so sunburnt in that photo. In one of the photos you put on Facebook.
Yeah, it was like day 1 she got burnt.
I got burnt in Disney too.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to take a moment to appreciate Daddy Josh's hat because that thing, I'm a little jealous.
Yes, he's all about, because he has to keep, he's so fair skinned that he can't get burnt because he will burn and not tan. So after the Nassau day, we had a sea day. And I'll talk about the sea days after, but then the next port day was Amber Cove. And so we were doing the buggies, the waterfalls, and the monkeys. Mm-hmm. And so on the description, this is the day where a lot of people went, but on the description, it's like, so you go to the monkey land first, which Olivia did not come anywhere near the monkeys. She was horrified. So she stayed on the side while everybody else was in. And I was like, I'm going in. I paid for this. I'm going to go sit. I didn't want them to poop on me. Okay. Because that's what happened. It pooped on me, of course.
Oh.
But, the guy was going around and he's like putting food on people's head. And so the monkeys are just like jumping on people's heads, jumping on their shoulders. So when he got to me, I was like, I don't need any food. I'm just watching. He's like, okay, well, one jumped on my head anyway. And so then at this point, I'm like, whatever. They were cute. It wasn't, I just didn't want to get pooped on or peed on. And that was the whole thing, which one guy got peed on. I'm like, I think I'd rather to poop because at least it's not liquidy. I don't know. It was disgusting. Yeah. But anyway, so we did the monkeys. And that was like a 20-minute-ish thing. And then we went to the buggies. The one thing I didn't want to do about this one is because when you look at the description, it's like you're going to get muddy. Like you're going to go through. Yeah. So Daddy Josh was like, I drove the speedboat. You're driving the ATV.
I love it.
Which it's funny because on the way there, I was like, do you need me to drive it? And he's like, I don't know. We'll see. And so when we got there, I said something. about getting in the back. He's like, oh, I thought you were driving. And I'm like, okay. Which we learned I don't know how to drive them very well.
Nice.
But thankfully we did not get muddy. There was some water, like there was a lot of dust. So the dust was kicking up. There was dust everywhere, but it wasn't like we didn't get muddy at all. The helmet was so freaking tight. Like
it looks like it.
When they first put it on, and then of course I had to wear my glasses because I can't see. So I had to shove my glasses in between, but like it was kind of claustrophobic. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Like I might not be able to stay. So I just kept the flap up until we started driving, and then I would close it because I didn't want to get the dust in my face. But so they tell you to keep a distance between each other because they like, when you go to brake, it may take, a few minutes before you actually stop. So you don't want to be too close to each other. So I felt like the whole time, you ever like ride a go-kart or something, and it's like when you're pressing on the gas and it's just like kind of going, and it's like, we literally did that almost the whole time. I couldn't get the right rhythm of pressing it to where it just kind of stayed smooth unless we were rolling. If we were just going fast, it wasn't as bad. But the whole time it was just like, I was like, oh my God, we're going to all gonna have like whiplash because
oh my goodness.
I'm like, I don't know if it was me that I just didn't know how to do it or if it was just those kind of vehicles. I mean, I never drove one before. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was fun. That was fun. And then like they take you. So we were in the Dominican Republic. And so like, we're literally driving down people's streets, and it was very eye opening for a lot of the kids because they were like cement homes and it almost looked like it was abandoned area, but that's actually was people's houses, that we drove through. So it was a little eye opening, for them to see that that's how people live,
Definitely. Yeah.
And then the fun part was we were supposed to have a short hike to get to the waterfalls.
I didn't see that photo.
It was probably like 40-minute hike. And so we had on water shoes, which I bought cheap water shoes because I'm like, I just needed them. So the whole time it's like rocky terrain that you're walking on. So like without really good shoes, it was, like one lady, we saw a lady not walking back. She was riding back on a donkey. And she said, don't fall down. And it was like their fire department that had to carry her back from the falls on a donkey because she fell walking at some point. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And so we get to the waterfall part, and the picture also is very deceiving. When we got there, which other people might not think it was that high, to me, I'm afraid of heights. So I was thinking I'd be able to get up because they have like where you can get up and you can either jump or you slide down like this little slide looking thing. But it was also high. None of us did it. Me, Josh, Olivia all sat on the side and just waited. So I'm like, I'm the only one that did the monkeys. Josh did jump in for a picture and then he jumped back out. We did the ATVs. None of us did the waterfalls. So I'm like, and the day before we were pretty much begging Olivia to pick something different because we didn't want to do it. But I'm glad we did it. And then she got to do it with a lot of people. So it was fun. But it was definitely a little, and the thing too, and I read the reviews on all of these excursions before I booked them. And they were all fine. This one, it said it was a 5.5 hour excursion. There we go. 5.5 hour.
A lot of people.
Yeah. Like I don't know if you could see, I'm pointing at my screen. Like y'all can see what I'm pointing at. Like all the way in the back is where like you climb up and go in. But it was a 5.5 hour excursion is what it said. So you have to meet out at 8:30. We didn't get back until 4:30.
Oh my god.
Like we were supposed to be on the ship at 4:30. We literally got back at 4:30. Mm-hmm. Which I knew we were fine because Carnival doesn't leave you if you book through them. Mm-hmm. But it was like 8 hours with no food. There's no food items. So that's I'm tough. Like, I'm like, it's definitely not a 5.5 hour excursion And they had like at the very end when we ended where we were going to get back on the bus, they had like a snack shack where you can get some drinks, and they had chips, which we did. Me and Josh and Olivia were eating Cheetos, like, because we were starving at this point.
Yeah.
They had like a little buffet type thing that you could eat. I saw one dad eating it, and we were all like, he's brave because I'm not risking it. And then have to ride a bus for 20 minutes, like, not happening. Nope. So that was my only complaint about that day. It was just like, that was a long day to go without eating food. And you can't take food off the ship.
Yeah.
So it's not like you could bring anything with you.
Like snacks,
we were starving. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep. And then the last excursion day was Grand Turk, which again, we planned on just getting off the ship and going to the to the beach because of the water. And that was the day that we had a little bit of fun. I won't blast her.
How we approached that conversation, but I think that's enough.
Yes. It was funny. She's very innocent. So she kept saying, is Dad mad at me? I'm like, he's fine. You're with me. It was fine. She had a couple of drinks. Okay. She doesn't drink. And so
I texted you. I was like, she'll be asleep by 6 p.m. No, it was like 4:30.
Yeah. She was like, I'm going to take a nap. I was like, okay. But we did, like, a good bit of her friends were there. Like the one family that we hung out with the most of the time, they were there with us. And we all just kind of hung out in the water. And so I got burnt that day. From my back is pretty burnt. Well, not anymore. Now it's itchy, but it wasn't like super bad. Like it didn't like hurt, kind of burnt, but it was burnt good enough that the next day I didn't really want to get out. And then that was it. The next day was a sea day, and then we were coming home. And I can tell you, for the most part, and I'll talk about Bolt, and then I'll kind of wrap up since it's getting late.
It's all good.
So Bolt is the sea coaster that is on the ship, which I knew I wanted to do it going in. Because, I like roller coasters. So I'm like, we're going to do it. So we did it on the first sea day. It's $15 a person. And then there was a lot of bookings. Like we could have booked it multiple times if we wanted to and never saw it really kind of fill up. But we did it on the first sea day. And so we had so much fun. We were like, all right, we're going to do it again. So I booked this to ride it again on the second sea day. Yeah, you can see how much fun I'm having. Well, when we first took off, the guy's like, there's a button that you press. And if you want to go faster, press the button. If not, just let it go. And so when it first takes off, I'm like, don't press the button till it because it was like, it kind of freaked me out a little bit because we were on the 19th deck. So it's all the way up there. Yeah. And then I was like, no, press it. And she's like, I already am. So we were whipping through on that thing. And so it's really fast. So you go around twice. And so we're like, all right, we're going to do it a second time. Well, the second time, a couple of people ahead of us, they like stopped for a minute and then took off again. And so when they came back, they let them do it again since they didn't get the full experience. Well, then they stopped and they were stuck for like 10 minutes. And I was like, I'll tell Olivia, I was like, I don't think I can do it. And I was like, do you want to do it? And she's like, So I went and told the lady, I was like, I understand that things happen. I was like, but like, can we get a refund if we decide not to do it? I was like, because if I get stuck on that thing, the whole ship's going to hear me because I'll die.
It's going to be everybody's problem.
Yes. And so the way she explained it was that sometimes they lose a Wi-Fi. Like they'll lose the Wi-Fi from, I guess that's how it's ran on Wi-Fi. And so it has an automatic mechanism where it stops it if it loses Wi-Fi. She said, if not, then they wouldn't be able to control it and it would just keep going around and around. So I was like, oh my gosh. It's like, sounds terrible.
Seems like there's got to be a better way to do that.
Right. I mean, it was fun. And like, I probably would have been fine if I would have got stuck for a little bit, but I wasn't risking it. Cause like, what if they had to come evacuate you? Like it wasn't worth that to me. But definitely glad that we did it the first day. Cause it was super fun. Yeah. It's just really quick. Other than that, we did one show. I forgot what it was called. Celestial something. which was really good. They sang a lot of hit songs. I cannot remember what it was called. I wanted to do the Family Feud show, wanted to go to Love and Marriage show. We literally were in the room every night by like 10.
It's called Celestial Strings.
Yes, Celestial Strings. That was really good. Well, Josh and I did go watch one, like a Vegas show, and the same thing they were singing, and it was 2 parts of it, and we left before the second part was over. Started. I don't know. We really just we watched a lot of movies in the cabin. And this is what I was going to say, where Josh and I kind of say different. I felt like it was very relaxing because we didn't do a lot of shows. We didn't go, like we went for 5 minutes to the silent party night, and then we were like looking at each other, and Josh walked in and he saw all the teenagers, and he walked right back out. There was parents in there, but he was like, I'm not going in that. So me and Olivia went in for like 10 minutes and then we left. Like we literally just, the three of us just kind of mostly hung out, and which is really good. She's about to go to college. So it's like we didn't plan to do it that way. She just, for reasons, decided she wanted to hang out with us more than anything.
Yeah.
And so, we had that one, it was like our last little vacation with her before she goes off to college, even though she's not going very far, but still.
Yeah.
So we'd get up in the morning, we'd have breakfast. If we had an excursion, we'd do that. A couple of times I went and laid out on the deck, but not too much, which is why one day I was like, I need to go back a little bit browner. Like I can't come back off of a cruise as white as I was. So I did get some sun. But we really didn't care. We just kind of hung out in the room and watched movies, which to me was great. Yes. I thought about those TikToks where people and it was like people that are on a cruise and they're like under the covers, but they jump up because they're fully dressed and like, you're on a cruise, you can nap at home. We did. We napped every single day.
Nice.
So it was,
when we were at Disney.
Yeah. I'm like, Josh said when we were talking about it yesterday, he said he didn't really feel like it was relaxing to him, but that's because, he had a bad night and then it kind of ruined the rest of the nights for him. He was struggling, but yeah, things that I would do differently. Bring a fan myself just in case they run out of fans. Normally I pack exactly what I'm going to wear. So I don't overpack. But now that I know that I much prefer the anytime dining, because thankfully I did bring a few, like casual shorts and shirts that I could wear so I didn't have to wear my pantsuits. I much prefer that. And again, like going to the other restaurants, you're not required to dress up. And that's it. It was good. It was overall, it was a really good trip. Definitely a different experience cruising out of Orlando versus, the smaller ships here out of New Orleans. So.
Yeah. It sounds like it was a great trip. I'm a little jealous at how much downtime you had, but you got to experience a lot of cool things as well.
Yes. And I did not bring my Chevron work phone or computer because I was on vacation, so I'm not required to work.
Yeah.
My travel stuff, I'm like, I still have some things I may need to do, but thankfully even that was slow. Like there was a couple of things I took care of and then that was it. Like it really was downtime and disconnected from everything. So
yeah, it always feels nice because I don't know about you, but the week before I was on vacation, I was like, I'm over it. Like I don't want to deal with any of this. And then I went on vacation and then I got back and I felt like I was refreshed and able to tackle issues that I didn't want to before I left.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's definitely didn't feel like when I came home, like, oh my God, I need a vacation from my vacation. Like, I felt ready to go on Monday. So it's good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
All righty. Well, thanks for sharing your trip report with us. We appreciate that. And sounds like you have a lot of good memes to bring home.
Yeah, I'm working on class of 2027. They're looking to do the Carnival Vista, which is also out of Port Canaveral. And I'm like, you know what? I might have to jump on that cruise. That one, I think Josh would like that better too because he loves the sea days. Because he's like, I'd rather just stay on the boat. He hates getting off. And that one only has 3 ports. It goes to San Juan and St. Thomas. And so and then Carnival's Celebration Key, and then it's 3 sea days. I'm like, maybe we'll jump in on their cruise too. Make it a summer thing.
Yeah.
So,
before we leave, I'm gonna post the picture. I think first and foremost, do you have anything else on your trip?
I do not, but I'm curious because I don't know what. Well, now I think I might know.
Yeah.
At first, I was thinking you were talking about Olivia.
Oh my gosh, no! I would not do that to her. I'm trying to. My computer just does not want to log me in to anything lately. Last week, Gabby and I were very vague about a lot of things on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. I haven't listened to it yet. Sorry.
It's okay. That's all right. We talked about how we got a bag, and that I would show the bag later. Did I show you the bag that we got?
I don't think so. Hey, Jimmy.
Okay. Hi, Jimmy. I'm trying to find it because we got it late at night. Oh, here it is. It's a good bag. Here we go. I'm just really leaving everyone on the edge of their seats here. Here's the bag.
I know what the picture is, but I don't know.
When we were at Disney.
Oh, cute. No, I didn't see it.
Yeah. They're selling those bags at Disney Springs right now.
Oh, sweet.
So, yeah, Gabby wanted to have that embroidered. So I thought it was really cool. Cute. I showed my mom the other day. She was like, wait, is that the bag that you were talking about on the podcast? And I was like, yeah.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
Cute.
It is super cute. It's really small, but I was like, what are we going to put in that? And Gabby's like, whatever we want. I was like, okay.
There you go.
So, all right. Well, that about does it for this week on Going Beyond the Castle. I wish I could tell you guys what we were covering next week, but I don't think Lori and I have made it that far in our...
No, when I was looking today at the list, I'm like, I need to get on my game here. I will work on it this weekend.
It's no big deal. Thank you guys for joining once again. You will see this podcast drop on Tuesday morning. We'll be live next week at 7:30, and make sure to follow us on all our socials at Going Beyond the Castle. Thank you guys Thank you guys for joining, and have a wonderful week. See you guys.
Bye.
Oh, how do I? Uh-oh.
It's the new.
Yeah, they updated it, and I don't know how to end it.
We might just have to stay here all night.
Yeah, we'll just be here all day, guys. Don't worry about it.
I see something at the bottom that says stop, but I don't know if that's...
Click it.
Me?
Yeah.
It's not going to stop my recording, right? Or maybe it will. Let's see.
It should.
I can't tell if we're still on or not. We are. It says live.